What up, everybody? It's your guy here, rolling circuits, and we're at not on another little ride. we're at Church in the Wood graveyard. I know, a weird place to be, but we're going on a little ghost hunt. We're not going ghost hunting. I'm scared. So hopefully we don't get too scared. But yeah, we're gonna walk around, tell some stories, talk a little bit about the history, what I know of, and some of the old stories. Yeah. Just look around at this beautiful place, some of the old trees, and get some drone shots while we're doing it. Yeah, just get on with it. So I'm going to stick you on my face where you belong. As people, it's awkward. Beautiful charm, like I said. So make sure you're wearing your gear and all that stuff when you're riding around on these dodgy roads. Being vigilant. Whoa. It is so hot. So there's an old ancient tree, and then another one behind here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so we're trying not to get too scared in this little adventure. Yeah. So we're going to go through this way, the main entrance. So like I said, this place, from what I know of, in the 11th century, used to be a chapel. And then it got turned into a church in the 13th century. And then, look at that. Let's try and not die of heat stroke, it's so hot I'm in my gear. And then, it had a massive Victorian restoration. So, and I think part of everything still remains, even down to the 11th century. Yeah, so it's a pretty mad place. So there's some couple of old stories here I want to tell you quickly before we go walking in. One of them was, there's a quiet spot up there that we used to call the quiet spot, and we were all watching and chilling out and staying there till 3 a.m, like we used to always do. And the police all showed up to the school that's just over there. But way before we see the police, we heard 3 massive bangs come from this church, which is obviously the devil banging on the door. Yeah, and the next minute, the police sort of looked over our way and see us all sitting up there. And the next minute, come over, we'd all ran off, and then the police had followed us all the way up to near the Bulwers, where I don't know where I'm not explaining something where you ain't gonna know where it is, and then we went all the way back round, come back to my mate's house, and we were standing in his top window, and then they walked straight to the door with the police dog, and then just literally walked off. It was so scary, but never mind that. It was a story of hearing the 3 massive bangs, and we come down here. So like I said, apparently this is the devil's church, the church built by the devil. People are going to think I'm weird at walking around making noises like that. So lots of little stories. So there's also another story of lots of gnats, lots of stories of spit my words out. Things like, what was that? Was that a mouse or a rat? What was that? Yeah. Apparently, if you stick your hand in this hole here, another hand grabs you like that. The fuck am I sticking my hand in there, people? So I've got my drone. We're going to get some drone shots as well. Yeah. So we're going to try and get all the best angles. Like I said, beautiful old place. So a bit more of information and some scary stories. So when they were building this place, what was that noise? Fuck knows. Let's get moving. Just don't stick around too long. When they were building this place, apparently the devil was being a right arsehole. So the old devil was called Old Nick. That's what his name was. And Old Nick apparently was stealing freaking shit. So basically the masons that built this place were laying the bricks and that through the day, and then through the night, yeah, sneaky little Old Nick come along and steal the bricks or steal the workers' tools. And this kept going on for, a few nights. And then eventually someone come forward and turned it around and said that they had heard a disembodied voice speak to him. And the disembodied voice was old Nick. And old Nick had basically told him that the masons were building on the wrong site. They were building on the wrong hill, on the real hilltop. And they got told to move it. And I can't remember whether they carried on building on it, which then caused this place to be haunted. But yeah, another little scary story. I'm not doing very good at these haunted videos, am I? So this is a haunted video, like I said, a bit different. Yeah, the Devil's Church. Very scary. Like I said, I've been here many a times at night and it's just absolutely scary and weird. It's a very dodgy place. So we are surrounded by woods at the moment. As you can see, we're going into a woodland here, which is all the graveyards. Now these woods weren't around all this church and this graveyard before they were built. I'm sure that tree was though, because that's a pretty big freaking tree. That's got to have been there for a long time. But yeah, these woods just apparently magically popped up after the church had been built. And it was to protect it from old Nick, or potentially any spirits, to hopefully not let them see it. To conceal it inside the woods. Or any other unwanted things. So that's another little story just about the old Nick. But old Nick seemed like he was a right bastard. Fucking old Nick. Look at that thing there. So there's really old trees in here and that. Pretty crazy. Yeah, like I said, I'm not disrespecting anyone or any of these graves or any of the family members. Like I said, I have huge respect for this place. I've lived here my whole life. And I've often sat up here a lot. And like I said, my granddad's buried. Well, he's not buried, but his ashes are here. Yeah, it is a beautiful place, really. Although, like I say, for what it is. So we're going to go over to another little story, which is apparently another little wise tale from the local people. Like I said, all this stuff's been spread down from years of people saying stuff and that. They used to do Halloween runs where you used to walk through here and they'd take you all through and stuff like that. And it literally shit me up because I was a little kid. There's some witch doctor shit here, mate. So, yeah. So we're going down to another little wise tale myth thing. You reckon he was a boater, anchor there? About a angel gravestone. Apparently, if you come to it at night, that's why I ain't here at night, because I don't want to be getting murdered or possessed by any demons. We have a lot of these big square, don't know what they are, they're granite headstones. That thing's leaning over. If you come here at 3 AM at night and you go up to the church and you say Hail Mary or Bloody Mary, something like that to it 3 times, it cries blood out of its eyes. So whether how true that is, I hope we're still recording, the camera angle's all good. Yeah, so we're going to just go down and have a look at that, which is just over here. There it is. So like I say, it's a very peaceful place here. For once I'm not being an idiot. Well, that's questionable. Yeah, so we haven't heard any creepy noises or anything yet. But we haven't tried contacting anyone yet. It's a bit stupid to turn around and say, is there anyone here? Is there any spirits here? Hey? I ain't gonna do nothing, mate, they ain't here. So here it is. Absolutely scary. So I wonder the amount of people that have walked up to this and had a look at this. The old stories of scaring kids and things. Yeah. The graveyard goes right down there. It's quite a big graveyard. This part that's more maintained than this part. But yeah. very big. Don't know, man. There's something about the shot of just seeing that. How many stories, lives, things. A lot of data there. If you're looking at it in data centres, that's a lot of data. You know, like memories and all that. Obviously not there to access anymore, but crazy. Yeah, so walking back up, we're going to go on about another little story that happened here. Supposedly, anyway, from folklore, as they say. So apparently the vicar, sorry, I'm just rubbing my eye persusively. So apparently the vicar here actually got ambushed by 3 roadmen. That's what I'm sure that's what it was. 3 roadmen, ambushed him because apparently he was spreading rumours or spreading lies or something like that. And so they cut his, so don't hold me to this. Take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt. Apparently they cut his tongue out and blinded him. And yeah, it's not really a scary story, but this is just a story that happened, but it's kind of scary. And then apparently, miraculously, the next day, he had his eyesight back and he could speak again. And to give the evidence on the 3 roadmen that done it. So basically, these 3 roadmen had done something really illegal, and the vicar knew about it. So they'd come round and bashed him up. We're going to put it into my words, and bashed him up to tell him, hush, hush, don't say anything about what we just done. And it turned out bad for the vicar. Like I said, he ended up getting his tongue chopped off and his eyes gouged. Yeah, that's weird. And there's another little angel. And yeah, because he's a vicar, obviously the Lord saved him. I'm probably in deep territory, saying stuff I shouldn't be. But man, like I said, I've got a drone, so we're going to get some drone footage as well, which I'll show here and there through the video. So yeah, as like I was saying, these woods, like I say, conceal this graveyard to protect it, supposedly. There is a lot of history, because Hollington and Old Hastings has been around here for a very long time. Look at all these gnats flying around. Like I said, this some of these trees are very old. There's a lot of ancient forests and stuff around here. It's just creepy when you see shit like that. Yeah. So like I say, for modern hauntings, there's not really anything happened, like in sense of murders or anything like that has happened, anything too particularly mad around here. But obviously from all the past. This place is haunted. So loads of people always talk about hearing things and seeing things, especially at night, not so much in the daytime, hence why I'm here in the daytime. Little racing car there, that's sad. Yeah, so, like I say, you know, if anyone's been watching my videos from around here, I'm sure they have lots of stories and other little things that they could say, but that's from what I know. How true these are, but who knows. But like I said, it's been here for a very long time, and I could say I've come here many a times and heard things and thought I've seen things, but who knows, it could be your imagination because you're young. But you know, like I say, one time we come in here and we were recording. It's a fucking squirrel, scared the shit out of me. Come here recording, and we thought we would record it all and then watch back the video to see if we could see anything on the video. And I shit you not, we come round here and we're recording through the windows, not that you can see anything through the windows. And when we look back, we see a light that was on inside, but it weren't on when we were recording. And that was just like I say, loads of creepy stories, man. No one would believe you. No one would believe you. So like I say, we're going to get the drone out and hopefully get some nice shots of the church and not lose my drone in a tree or by a bird. And we ain't actually even walked around the church, have we? So we're going to walk around the church quickly. Like I said, been here a very long time. It doesn't look mad, but it is mad. There's a lot bigger churches, but there's so many in old England. England's absolutely haunted from the Black Plague and all that other shit. It's had a lot of hauntings. I wonder if anyone's died from here from the Black Plague. I think that's a very standard concrete grave. 1897. Doesn't look like it's original. So like I said, this very nice place, but yeah, I can't remember what it looks like on the inside, to be honest. But yeah, we'll get a better look at it with the drone. Yeah, so go back and look at my last video that I've done as well on the dirt bike, me going around going, yeah, fucking don't know what was wrong with me. And I do appreciate everyone watching and subscribing and all that stuff, and I do really need people to watch more videos for longer because I'm lacking the watch hours. So yeah, look at that grave, like half in the mud. The tree's overtaking it. Yeah, look at that big one. Man, crazy. Yeah, so like I said, no disrespect to anyone, nor anyone here. You know, we're all going to end up here one day. As I say in my videos, live your life to the full. You know, my channel is here about mental health and spreading joy. So yeah, I think we're going to end it, you beautiful people. Like I said, if you are feeling down or depressed or anything like that and you want to talk to someone, please message me. I'm more than happy to speak to you. And like I said, hope you like the little video. Please comment on what you think I could do better or change or improve on. And I do really appreciate all the views and the support. So you know the old drill. Peace out, and most of all, ride safe.